We're living in a world that teaches us to play small. We're told to be realistic, to lower our expectations, to follow the path of least resistance. And the tragedy is, most people listen. But what if I told you that the size of your dream determines the size of your life? That you don't need permission to think big, you just need courage. Today, I want you to understand something deep, something real. Your dream matters, and not just because it's a nice idea. It matters because inside that dream lies your potential, your purpose, and your power. Without dreams, life can feel like you're drifting, going through the motions, waking up just to repeat the same day over and over again. But when you dare to dream big, suddenly everything changes. You're no longer just existing, you're aiming. You have a target, a vision, a reason to get up in the morning with fire in your eyes. A dream acts like a compass. It doesn't just show you where to go, it gives you a reason why you're going. When storms come, and they always do, your dream is the thing that keeps you moving forward. It's your internal GPS. When the path gets uncertain, when you're lost, when people doubt you, your dream reminds you that there's something bigger waiting for you ahead. Think about this. Airplanes don't just take off without a destination. They're pointed somewhere specific. The pilot checks the route, adjusts the altitude, and sets course. Your life is no different. If you don't have a dream guiding you, how will you know where to go? You'll end up flying in circles, burning energy but getting nowhere. That's what happens to people who don't dream. They end up stuck in routines that don't inspire them, and it's not just about any dream, it's about dreaming big. A small dream might get you moving, but a big dream will stretch you. It will pull out your best. Big dreams challenge your comfort zone. They force you to grow into someone who's capable of achieving them. That's why direction matters so much. It doesn't just tell you where to go, it transforms you along the way. When you have a big dream, you stop settling. You say no to distractions. You filter out the noise. You start to make decisions that align with your vision, not your emotions. You find focus. You find discipline. You start to attract opportunities because you're moving with purpose. And purpose is magnetic. It's powerful. Without a dream, it's easy to chase things that don't matter. Money, attention, short-term pleasure, but those things are empty without direction. With a dream, money becomes a tool, attention becomes influence, and pleasure becomes fulfillment. You're no longer just chasing moments. You're building a legacy, so don't underestimate the power of dreaming big. It's not just a fluffy idea, it's the foundation of greatness. Every achievement in history, every innovation, every revolution started with someone daring to dream big enough to believe it was possible. Your dream is the seed, the direction it gives is the root, and the life you build from it is the tree. The real question is, what's guiding your life right now? Is it your fears or your dream? Because one leads to regret and the other leads to meaning. Choose the dream. Let's be real, too many people are living lives far beneath their potential, not because they lack talent or opportunity, but because their dreams are too small. They've been taught to dream realistically, to lower their expectations, to fit in. And the result? Safe, predictable, uninspired lives. Lives where people wake up, go to jobs they hate, scroll through screens to distract themselves, and repeat the cycle day after day. That's not living. That's existing. When you dream small, you box yourself in. You tell yourself, this is all I deserve. You aim for comfort instead of greatness. You build a cage and lock yourself inside, all because you were too afraid to ask for more. But let me tell you something loud and clear. There is no power in small dreams. There's no breakthrough, no legacy, no transformation in staying inside the lines. The truth is, you grow into the size of your vision. Small dreams won't force you to change, big dreams will. A small dream lets you stay who you are, a big dream forces you to evolve. People shrink their dreams because they're afraid to fail or they're afraid to look foolish. But what they don't realize is that by playing small, they're failing by default. They're rejecting greatness before even trying. They say things like, I just want to be comfortable, or I don't need much. But deep down, they do want more. They just don't believe they're capable of having it. That's not humility, that's fear dressed as modesty. Big dreams make you uncomfortable, and that's exactly the point. They stretch you, they challenge your habits, your mindset, your excuses. They demand you take bold action, face your insecurities, and develop new strengths. And in doing so, they lead you to a bigger life, not just in terms of success, but in meaning, fulfillment, and impact. Think of any person who's done something truly extraordinary. Opera, Elon Musk, Malala, Steve Jobs. They didn't get there by dreaming small. They had massive visions that others called crazy, impossible, or unrealistic. But they refused to lower the bar. They dared to dream at a level that forced them to rise. And because of that, the world changed. Now imagine if you adopted that mindset. Imagine if you stopped settling for the minimum and started chasing the maximum. What kind of life could you build? What kind of impact could you make? Because here's the truth. You don't get the life you want. You get the life you demand. And small dreams don't demand anything from you. They let you stay soft, stay average, stay hidden. So if your life feels small, start by checking the size of your dream. If your daily routine feels boring and uninspired, ask yourself what you're chasing and whether it's even worth the energy. Life is too short to aim low. You have one shot at this, and wasting it on a dream that doesn't scare you is the real risk. Dare to dream big, not just for what you'll achieve, but for who you'll become along the way. The moment you dare to dream big, fear will show up. That's not a flaw, it's a signal. It means you're stepping into unfamiliar territory, pushing against your comfort zone, entering a space where growth begins. And that space, that's exactly where you need to be. Most people think fear is a stop sign. They feel it and immediately back off. Maybe I'm not ready. What if I fail? What will people think? But the truth is, fear is not a stop sign. It's a green light. It's telling you this matters. It's telling you this is bigger than you. It's telling you this is the edge of your old life and the beginning of your new one. Everyone who has ever chased something extraordinary has felt fear. The difference between those who succeed and those who don't isn't whether they felt fear, it's what they did with it. High performers, visionaries, game changers, they feel the same fear you do, but they move anyway. They act while they're scared. They speak up while their voice shakes. They start before they're fully ready. Why? Because they understand that fear doesn't mean stop. Fear means go further. Fear is a sign that you're alive, that you care, that you're about to stretch into new capacity. In fact, if your dream doesn't scare you, even just a little, it's probably not big enough. Big dreams should make you nervous. They should create that tension in your chest, that doubt in your mind, that whisper that says, "Who do you think you are?" That voice is not the truth. That voice is the resistance trying to keep you where it's safe. But nothing great ever happened in the safe zone. Fear comes from uncertainty, and big dreams are full of uncertainty. There are no guarantees, no perfect roadmaps, just faith, courage, and action. And that's the beauty of the process. It forces you to grow in character before you grow in achievement. You don't just build a dream, you build a stronger version of yourself through it. Look around, every great story has fear in it. The hero always faces something terrifying, the moment of doubt, the impossible decision, the failure that nearly breaks them, but they don't quit. They rise again and again, because deep down they know something powerful. You don't eliminate fear, you conquer it through movement. So let fear walk with you, but never let it lead. Don't wait to feel ready, because that day might never come. Don't wait for the fear to vanish. It won't. You've got to take it with you. Put it in your backpack. Carry it on your shoulders. Whisper back, "You're not in charge." And every time you move through fear, something changes in you. You gain confidence. You build momentum. You prove to yourself that you're stronger than the feeling. And eventually, what once scared you becomes your new normal. So when fear shows up, and it will, don't run, don't shrink, don't retreat, lean in, face it, own it, because fear isn't your enemy, it's your test, and passing that test is what makes the dream real. When you have a dream, especially a big one, you need to understand something early on. Not everyone will support it, not everyone will understand it, some will question it, some will try to talk you out of it. Others will laugh behind your back or even to your face. That doesn't mean your dream is invalid. That means your dream is rare, and rare things are always misunderstood. Your dream is sacred. It's yours. It was born in your heart and lives in your mind. It wasn't meant for anyone else to carry, to believe in, or to validate, and because of that, it's your responsibility to protect it. Not from the world, but from the voices that will try to tear it down before it even has a chance to grow. The world is full of dream killers. They come disguised as realists, critics, friends, even family. Some do it out of love, thinking they're protecting you from disappointment. Others do it because your ambition threatens their comfort. When you reach for something bigger, you hold up a mirror to those who settled, and some people don't like what they see. That's why you have to protect your dream like a flame in the wind. In the beginning, it's fragile. It's just a vision, a thought, a possibility, and like a small flame, it can be blown out by a single gust of doubt, one harsh comment, one bad day, one person saying that'll never work. Don't let that happen. Guard your dream with everything you've got. That doesn't mean you never share it, but it does mean you're intentional about who you share it with. You don't hand your vision to people who can't see. You don't expect blind minds to recognize a masterpiece in progress. Your dream deserves better than shallow opinions and limited perspectives. Sometimes the biggest threats to your dream don't come from outside, they come from within. That voice in your head that says, "I'm not good enough, it's too late, I'm not smart, talented, or lucky enough." That voice is a liar, and every time you listen, you chip away at your own belief. Protect your dream from your own doubts. Replace fear with focus. Replace insecurity with action. Feed the vision, not the fear. Protecting your dream also means protecting your time, energy, and environment. Don't waste your hours on distractions that don't align with your goal. Don't surround yourself with people who drain your passion. Be selective about your influences, what you read, what you watch, who you listen to. Either it fuels your fire or it puts it out. Choose wisely, because here's the truth. No one will ever care about your dream as much as you do. No one else is going to fight for it like you will. If you don't protect it, it dies. Simple as that. The world isn't obligated to make space for your vision. You have to carve that space yourself. So protect your dream like it's your lifeline, because in many ways it is. It's the future calling out to you, and the only way to get there is to believe, defend, and build it, no matter what anyone else says. Let's make one thing clear: dreaming big is only the beginning. It's the spark, the seed, the blueprint. But dreaming alone doesn't build anything. It doesn't put food on the table. It doesn't launch a business, write a book, break records, or change lives. For a dream to come alive, it needs movement. It needs consistent, deliberate, focused action. You can write it down on vision boards, you can repeat affirmations. You can talk about it to your friends, post quotes about it online, journal about it every day, but none of that means anything if you don't move your feet. Thinking big is good, but doing big is what actually gets results. There are far too many people walking around with $1,000,000 dreams, living $10 work ethics. They say they want to build an empire, but won't wake up early. They say they want to inspire millions, but won't put in the reps when no one's watching. They have passion, but no process. And in the end, their dream stays locked in their head. Just a fantasy floating in imagination. Execution is everything. You don't have to have it all figured out before you start. You don't need the perfect strategy, the best equipment, or all the answers. You just need to begin one action, one step. And then another. Dreams are not made real in one leap. They're built brick by brick through small, consistent choices that stack over time. Some people say they're waiting for the right time, but the right time is an illusion. The longer you wait, the harder it becomes to begin. Waiting breeds doubt. Action builds momentum. You don't need motivation to act. You need to act to find motivation. Progress fuels purpose. When you move, you feel alive. You feel in control, you start to believe it's possible, and yes, action is uncomfortable, it's messy, you'll fail, you'll make mistakes, you'll feel exposed, but that's where growth lies, in the doing, not the dreaming. Every successful person you admire didn't just dream big, they worked relentlessly, they sacrificed comfort for commitment, they chose discipline over distraction, they earned their success through action, not intention. Action also creates clarity. You might not know the full path when you start, but once you begin moving, you'll see the next step. The process teaches you. Life reveals itself to those who are in motion. You'll learn faster, fail faster, adapt faster, and eventually that dream that once felt so far away will start to look real, because you built it. So ask yourself, what have you actually done about your dream lately? Not thought about, not talked about, done, because in the end your dream doesn't care about your excuses. It responds to action. Always remember this. A dream without action is just a wish. A plan without effort is just a hope. Don't be someone who almost lived their dream. Be the one who chased it down, step by step, until it became their reality. When you dare to dream big, you're not just creating a better future for yourself, or setting in motion a ripple that can impact countless others. Big dreams don't live in isolation. They expand, they inspire, they disrupt, they influence generations, and that's the truth most people underestimate. Your dream, if pursued with relentless passion and action, has the power to shift lives far beyond your own. Think about it. Every invention, every movement, every revolution, every breakthrough started with one person who had a dream. The light bulb, the airplane, the internet, civil rights, space travel, each was once just a vision in someone's mind. And the people around them probably thought they were crazy, too ambitious, unrealistic, but they didn't stop. They pushed forward, and today the world is different because of it. Now imagine if they had stayed quiet. Imagine if they had shrunk their vision because it made others uncomfortable. The world would have missed out on greatness, and the same applies to you. You have no idea who your dream will reach, whose life it will lift. Who will see your journey and say, if they can do it, so can I. That's power, that's influence, and that's why your dream matters, not just to you, but to the world. Your dream might be the book someone needs to read at the lowest point in their life. Your business idea might create jobs that feed families. Your art might heal a broken soul. Your speech might ignite a movement. You never know how deep your impact can go until you step up and chase your vision with full commitment. Most people assume world changers are born different, smarter, richer, more connected, but that's not the truth. What sets them apart isn't privilege, it's purpose, it's hunger, it's a dream so bold that giving up just isn't an option. They weren't waiting for permission, they didn't need the whole world to believe in them, they just needed to believe in themselves long enough to create momentum, and the world caught up later, so stop underestimating your potential. Stop assuming your dream is too small to matter. What seems small today can spark something massive tomorrow. It just needs you to take it seriously, to nurture it, to protect it, and most importantly, to share it. Because when you start showing up for your dream, something incredible happens. Others start to show up for theirs. You become a light, a leader, a symbol of possibility, and that influence, it spreads. It multiplies, it becomes a force far bigger than you ever imagined. Never forget, the world doesn't just need more money or more technology or more opinions. It needs more dreamers who do, people who dare to rise, dare to build, dare to leave a mark. That's what history remembers, not those who played it safe, but those who chose to dream loud, live bold, and leave the world different than they found it. So believe this, your dream isn't random. It was given to you for a reason. And the world is waiting to see what you do with it. So let me close with this. You weren't born to be average. You weren't designed to just exist. You were made to rise, to dream so big it scares you. To break limits, defy odds, and live a life that echoes long after you're gone. Dare to dream big, not because it's easy, but because it's worth it. The world doesn't need more safe people. It needs bold people. People who believe, who build, and who never stop reaching higher. So the question is simple now. What are you still waiting for? Dare to dream big, and then go chase it like your life depends on it, because it does. Thank you.